What if you actually had an evolutionary advantage in your life?
Welcome to What If Wednesdays, and this is a particularly special What If Wednesdays because we're going to answer the question that we get probably most of all. Why should I care about knowing my natural number?
Yeah, what does it mean? Why is it different than a personality system? What do I do with it when I'm done finding out my natural energy? And what are you talking about? And today we're going to talk about what we're talking about.
Yeah. And it has been very clear to us after the last 10 years of research working with 8,000 people that there is actually a major advantage to people's lives when they have activated their own natural number, and even more so when they learn to activate all 9. And we refer to this as your evolutionary advantage, because this is the way to heal past karma, to improve future karma, to improve your life and your family's lives, and to pass down this amazing learning through generation by generation. This is really an evolutionary step for humanity.
I'm just going to let that sit for a second.
Yeah.
It's a big claim. We get that. And how do we know? And what is it? So at the core of our 20 plus years of research, we have identified that there are 9 physiologically different kinds of bodies. So you could have one of 9 centers. 9 centers in your body. One is born active. And it shapes everything about you. We go around the world today not knowing this. And the result is confusion at best.
At best. As many studies have shown, a lot of our communication is body to body, non-verbal, if you will. And the rest of it that is not body to body is tone-based. And then a final small amount is actually the words you use. And as it turns out, the way our bodies communicate is different, at least as far as the research shows is different. And we know how and why it's different.
A really important point here is that because we're so fundamentally different, not knowing this is a big deal. Because if you assume you're basically like me and there's something wrong with you because you're not behaving the way I think you should be behaving. And so because we don't understand that we're fundamentally different in how we perceive what we care about, what we're good at, what our gift is, we end up judging each other through our own lens. And this is devastating.
Yeah. And you may say, well, so the people around me, I can't communicate them. Well, I guess I could learn that. Well, it's way even more ponderous than that. As it turns out, the numbers don't repeat in families. So you and your siblings are different. You know that. You and your parents are different. But you've been raised by people that think at some level you should be like them. So your nature has very, very often not been acknowledged and not been honored. If you can live in a world where you raise your children to be who they are at their very fundamental nature, isn't that an evolutionary advantage?
If you can live in a world where you understand your partner, like why they do the things that you do, and so you don't get angry at them for being who they are. You don't try to make them like you.
And we've found that parents, that basically we've never found a couple that has the same...
A procreating couple
that has the same natural number. And honestly, we find the number of people that actually are couples with the same natural number to be a tiny, tiny fraction of 1%. In fact, I can't even remember any.
No, in fact, all the couples we thought might be the same, we've gone back and looked at them and said, no, that's not what's going on there.
So the primary people in your life don't share the same natural number that you do. Again,
adding another layer of confusion.
Yes.
Because they don't understand why you behave the way you do, the gifts you offer, and what's powerful and important about you. That part that comes from your nature, that comes from your body, that you were born here to do.